Hey, what's up, beautiful, blessed people? I'm coming back to you again today. Um, I'm going to give you a dream that I had earlier this week and then just kind of elaborate on it and give you the message or more so the warning behind this dream. When I had this dream earlier this week, I was just like, well, God, is this a dream for me? Is this something that I should be sharing? Yeah, and I was just kind of just asking questions. What should I do with this information? And he kind of pretty much told me, you already know what to do, and you already know what to say. So it was kind of like I'm sitting here waiting for a response when really he already gave it to me, and the dream keeps popping back up in my head. So I need to go on and say it so I can be at peace. Um. Okay, so this was the dream. So it was like in the dream, I was a young single mother with one baby, a little girl, and it was like we were at the game show, Deal or No Deal, and y'all know how they play Deal or No Deal. It's usually like one contestant who will, go through all the different boxes, the numbers and stuff on the boxes or whatever, until they reach the end of the game. It's usually that one person, and when another person come, like the game starts all over, but with all of the boxes restored. Well, that's normally how it's played. That's not how it was played in the dream. It was like multiple people. It could be your whole family playing. It could just be you playing. It just whatever the variation, whoever was there who, wanted to play. And so I was standing on the side. It's like I got off a bus or something, like I was arriving with a group to the game show. And anybody who wanted to play could play. If you didn't want to play, it was fine. You didn't have to play. They would just kind of sit you over to the side. But this was the thing. If you decided you wanted to play, once you got up there and played, you in there. Once you said yes and you stepped on that stage, you was in the game. Ain't no coming out. Ain't no, oh, in my box I reached $0. Oh, in my box I reached $5 or whatever. I don't want it or I don't want to play them. Like you couldn't renege on it. Once you said yes and you got in that game, stepped on that stage to play that game, that was it. It wasn't no coming back out of it. So yeah, as I was coming in, getting off the bus and coming in and just kind of watching from the side of what was going on, there was a young lady and she was on the stage. She was like, yeah, I want to play. And she played and, she picked the number. It was a whole bunch of boxes gone. Let me start there. It was a whole bunch of little number boxes, the cases that were gone. It was probably like 50% of them left. And so it was her turn. So whatever's left up there, you pick your one box and that's it. And so like she picked her one box, but it wasn't one of them boxes that had like the big money in it. Like she only had like $10 or something. Like it wasn't a lot of money. And she was kind of like, I don't want that. I don't But they was like, you decided to play the game. That's what you got. So go on over there and sign your agreement. So and that's yours. That's your prize. You get that. But okay, so after I saw her going through that part, she picked up and she was all, feeling some type of way. Um, as I was starting to walk towards the little waiting room, cause I'm like, I'm watching her, and for me being the young mother, the single mother, I was like, I don't want to play that game. After seeing her go through that, it was like, I don't want to play that game. So I was heading to, the waiting room. So whoever was on the bus with me, if they want to play, they could play. If not, go sit in the waiting room. So as I was heading to the waiting room, it's like I would see a whole bunch of different people. Some were like a couple, some was like multiple people of a family, and they was all walking out as I was walking in. And some of them was happy, was like, yeah, they got hundred some $1,000 and they just happy, yay, we got this money, let's go spend it. They excited, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like some people and some families, it was like they had big money like that too. They was in the hundred thousands or the tens of thousands, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. Like they had a nice piece of change, but their expression in their face looked like Like, like they was just so down. Like, I got all this money, but Lord, what did I just do? Like, what did I just sign? What did I just agree to? Like, what am I doing? Like, I got all this money, but like instant regret was just all over them. Like devastation, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they was dead in the face, you know, or something like that. So I was just looking, I'm like, okay. And it was like how I knew how much money they had. It was almost like in the dream, like the dollar sign was like blinking, like a glowing light above their head. So I could see how much money whoever got as they was coming out. You know, it was illuminated for me. And I was just noticing how, okay, y'all got big money and they all excited and they can't wait to go spend theirs and you got big money. But you look like you dead, like just dead in the face, like instant regret of why did I play this game? And other people, you know, everybody just got their own different reactions. And then it's like, okay, so back to single mama, one baby, infant, little bitty baby. And then I was young too. It wasn't necessarily me, but I guess a representation of someone who could, you know, be in a certain situation, maybe a hardship, or they looking to try to solve, you know, a issue, whatever it may be. Whereas once I got into the waiting room, it was like, okay, it was people in there, but it was almost like the people that was in there was a lot of men in there, and it seemed like I was the only woman, and I definitely was the only person that had a baby in there, and it was like just a whole bunch of men, and they looked I want to say they look demonic, but I want to really emphasize that they look more like a pervert. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like they, you know how people sit there and just be watching you and like eyeballing you from the side, like a predator. That's what it felt like. But I'm just sitting there and I'm holding my baby and you know I'm putting a blanket over her and I'm covering her. They ain't bothering me, but it's still awkward, you know, and you could tell that something is off and something is wrong with these people in here. But they ain't bothering me. They ain't touching me. It's like they already knew. Don't come over here. But yes, I'm like, okay, that's something too. But we'll get into that in a minute. And so then out of nowhere, I'm sitting on, I guess you could say like a couch or something, and I'm kind of close to the window to look outside. And it's one of them kind of pervert looking, demonic looking men on the other end of the couch where I'm at. He's sitting by the window. And next thing you know, we hear these shots. It was a gun going off outside. It was just boom, boom. It was loud. And both of us instantly looked at each other. And I said, is that what I think it is? And he was like, yes. So I opened the blinds and I looked out the window. And all I see is like a elderly Hispanic looking lady, like somebody who just absolutely don't speak any English, like complete foreigner, unable to communicate and understand, you know, English too well, you know. And it was nighttime, it was complete darkness outside. And it's like outside, it wasn't like a parking lot, it was like a whole bunch of houses with a whole bunch of funny looking backyards. And they were very small backyards. And it's like the grass stuff outside was fake. Like it was some fake, funny looking grass, funny looking gravel, funny looking rocks. Like everything just was not real or normal. And it was, I mean, these backyards were small, y'all. But when we looked out, it was like there was a neighbor, it was a dog chasing her, one, because we could hear the dog barking along with the gunshot. So it was a dog chasing her, and it's like she's running through the backyard trying to get away from it. And it's a neighbor running behind her with a big shotgun, and he's shooting. And it's like once she got outside the window to where we was, the neighbors who was shooting her for running around the neighborhood thinking she like I guess trying to break into their house or just mad. They was really more so mad that she was in their backyards. They thought, you know, she was up to something. They didn't want her in their precious backyards. That's what I was feeling. And once that neighbor with the shotgun, once she reached where we was outside the window, it was a certain backyard on the opposite side of where our window was looking out of. And the person who was ultimately trying to shoot her and kill her stopped and said, no, don't go over there. Don't go into that backyard. That person over there is going to kill you. Like, even though they just got done trying to kill her. And yeah, that kind of had me a little off. But whose ever backyard that was, they stood there on the back porch just looking, with a blank stare. And once they heard the person give her that warning, they tried to make it seem like that person was like just really gonna get them, but that person ended up turning around and was like, get her back to where she needs to be. And they immediately followed orders and took the woman back to the bus, to whichever her little bus that was getting ready to leave. They took her back to the front where all the people were, and everything was fine. It's like that. They just automatically listened to that particular neighbor who they were so scared of. He said, get her back where she needs to be. And they did exactly that. And then that's where the dream ended. So yeah, I was kind of like, okay, Lord, what are you trying to say? What's going on here? So this dream, the first part of it with the game, the deal or no deal, it is a warning. Be careful of any deals that you make, of any dealings that you have. Um, be cautious of what you sign your name in, what you decide to participate in. Something that may appear good to the eye may not necessarily be in your best interest. Like they say, all money ain't good money. Same with that saying. You got to be cautious and be careful of who and what you're dealing with, what you're doing, what you're connecting with, and what you're agreeing to. Check the fine print of any and everything, whether it's a contract or something else. Do your research and figure out what you're getting into. Sit back, watch, observe, pray about it, and really know what's going on, and know the people and the situations and scenarios that you're dealing with. Because it was almost like this game was dealing with the devil. Like whoever was running this worked for the enemy. And these people were so happy to get their needs met. Oh, I need this, I need that, whatever their personal situations was, and they couldn't wait to play the game, and they got all this money. But at the same time, you had to sign a contract to get the money after you won whatever your dollar amount was. And it didn't matter what your dollar amount was. If it said $1 and you decided to play that game, you're gonna get your dollar, and you still gonna sign this contract, and you belong to me. So some people, they didn't care. Like, okay, I got this money, so what if I belong to you? Let's go. And other people, instant regret. Like, what did I really do? Did I really just sign my life? Did I sign my soul over? What did I just sign over? What did I just do? They couldn't even enjoy or be happy about the money because they already knew that this meant something really bad. Something bad is happening, going to happen, going to come. I done signed this and that away to get this money, but I don't even want to spend it. I don't even want it no more. So yeah, be careful. And it furthermore shows that it was something demonic as to when I went in the back room, in the waiting room, because I didn't want to play. They still had predators back there sitting and watching, and it's almost like they were watching and waiting, just trying to see what angle they could go at, just being very observant of the people that's there. Even though they didn't come directly to me or try to say anything or do anything to me, they still were there watching with a very close eye, sitting very close and nearby. So yeah, be careful of the things that you have going on, the people that come into your life. I'm not saying just be timid and scared of everything. God did not give us the spirit of fear. You have authority in Jesus Christ and his word. So use it. It's a weapon. Your praise, your worship, it's a weapon. Okay? And then the whole part with the lady, it was like God gave me something else with this one. I don't know if this part might have been for me. With the woman, it's like she's a foreigner. She don't fit in with these people here. But because this dog was coming after her in the dark, she running. Like, of course, any person is gonna run. Like, this thing could bite me, could hurt me, could harm me, so I'm finna run and get away. But she end up in people's backyard. People don't want you in their business. That's what he was giving me, y'all. He was saying, you see she all in their backyard. She know all their little business. She know all their little Kool-Aid, however you want to put it. People don't like that. People don't want you in their backyard. They don't want you to see what they got going on back there. All that fake and phony grass and gravel and all that stuff, that fake stuff in their life. They don't want you to see that. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to expose that. They don't want you walking on that. Because it's fake. It's fragile. You know what I'm saying? It's going to tear up. It's not going to last long. So you need to get out people's backyard. And so they... to God be the glory though. Because... yeah, my Lord walked heavy behind me. Anyways, so yeah, after he got done trying to shoot at her, he realized, oh, hold up, that's the wrong person. That's like, it was almost like, you know how you live in a neighborhood and you got the HOA, you know, the neighbor who like over it, who like policing and just boss everybody around, all that. It's kind of like that's who that neighbor was, and he was warning her, don't go over there, they gonna kill you. You just tried to kill me though. So, and I survived not getting killed by you, but you don't want me to go over there because you say they gonna kill me, but yet they put you in place and told you to get me where I need to be. So keep that in mind, that they can't take you out, especially when you're a child of God, and especially when you on your father's time and doing your father's work. It's nothing they can do. And if anything, he will make your enemies send you forward to where they was trying to keep you away from. You know, where they was chasing you out of, they're going to have to usher you right back on in. Okay? They're going to have to take you where it is that you're supposed to be. So that was the second take on this. So that's all I had. I'm not going to start rambling. Take your prayers to God. Take this word to God. Speak to him about it. See what may apply to your situation, especially if you got any dealings or new people coming into your life, business, work, relationships, friendships, whatever. Pray about it, okay? Take it to God and ask him about them people before you get in bed with them. And I don't literally mean bed, unless that's your situation. But yeah, before you get in contract or a relationship with them, take it to him. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye.